Hello, good morning. So we are continuing with the topic equilibrium of rigid bodies, and this is our second lecture. In the first lecture, we studied some basics like what is rigid body and what we mean by supports and what are different kinds of supports that we use for making a frame. So some major types of supports are like hinge support. Hinge support is also known as pin support. Then another one is roller support. Next, we studied a support named as fixed or built-in support. Then we solved this problem. Now in today's class, we are going to take an example where the system is consisting of some weights and two kind of supports. One is hinge support or pin support, and another one is a roller support. And you can see the rigid body is the shape of rigid body is of this shape. So the shape of the rigid body is somewhat a T shape. So this is the shape of rigid body, and the weight is hanging with the help of a pulley. So this is the pulley, right? So let's read the question. It is given that a smooth pulley is supporting a load. The magnitude of load is 3000 Newton, and it is mounted. The pulley is mounted at point B on a horizontal beam that is shown in figure. If the beam weighs 1000 Newton, that means this beam is not weightless, but it is having a weight of 1000 Newton. So in that case, you have to find the support reactions at point A and C. So what will be the reactions at point A and C that we will find out. Here it is given that you can neglect the weight and size of the pulley. Okay. So how to proceed, how to solve this problem? First of all, we draw FBD of the different components of the system, right? So we will draw FBD for the block. Block means this block that is hanging with the beam and having a weight of 3000 Newton. So FBD of this block. Then we will draw FBD of the pulley, and then FBD of the beam. Okay, so these three FBD we have to draw. So let's start with the FBD of block. So you can see that this block is hanging, and it is hanging with the help of a rope. That means this rope is applying some tension. So this is the tension of acting along the rope, and there is also a force due to gravitation that is 3000 Newton. Okay, so T upward, 3000 Newton downward. So you can apply equilibrium equation and you can determine the tension. Okay, so without any delay, let's apply the equilibrium equation and find out the tension. So T is equal to 3000 Newton. It is obvious. So equal and opposite forces are acting on this block. So T is equal to 3000 Newton. That means system is in equilibrium. Now let's draw FBD of the pulley. So before going to, so this is the FBD of the pulley. This is the FBD of the pulley, and you can see that this pulley is subjected to tension along this rope and also tension along this rope, right? So these two tensions will act on the pulley, right? And then these two tension, who will support these two tension? this pin there is a pin joint here, and we know that at the pin joints we get vertical reactions and horizontal reactions. So these vertical reactions and horizontal reactions are supporting these two tensions, right? So these are the forces acting on the pulley. So you will get one horizontal reaction at this pin support and one vertical reaction at the pin support and two tensions. So in this way you can draw a BD. Now to analyze or to basically write equation of equilibrium, we need to know this angle. What is this angle, right? So let's determine this angle. So if you consider this BDE triangle, then you can apply tan theta formula. So tan theta will be equal to 1.5 divided by 2, that will be equal to 0.75. So theta will be equal to tan inverse 0.75, that means 36.87 degree. Okay, now you can calculate sine theta and cos theta, because the sine theta and cos theta will help you to determine the horizontal and vertical component of this tension, right? Okay, so this is the BD of the pulley. Now if you want to apply equation of equilibrium, then you have to apply that equation in two directions, one in vertical direction and another in horizontal direction. So let's apply in horizontal direction, that means in x direction. So you will sum up all the horizontal forces, and it you will equate them to 0. So this is Bx acting horizontally in rightward direction. So let's consider rightward direction as positive. Okay, so this is Bx positive, and this T is producing a horizontal component, that is T cos theta, and this T cos theta will also act horizontally rightward. So again this will be positive. So Bx plus T cos theta is equal to 0. This we are getting from the horizontal force balance. Okay, fine. Next let's apply vertical force balance. So obviously you can simplify this equation and derive the value of, or calculate the value of Bx. So you will get Bx is equal to minus 2400 Newton, because this cos theta value you have already calculated, and the value of T is 3000 from this equation. So if you put the values, you will get Bx is equal to minus 2400 Newton. So it is very obvious calculation. So we were talking about vertical force balance. Okay, so vertical force balance will give you this formula. So which forces are acting vertically on this pulley? So one of the forces By, that is the reaction force at the hinge of this pulley, By, and then this tension is acting downward, and this tension is acting at an inclination of theta degree. So you can calculate its vertical component. So this will be its vertical component, that is T sine theta. Okay, so let's consider vertically upward direction as positive. Okay, so By will be positive, and then T sine theta will also be positive because it is acting vertically upward, and this T is acting vertically downward. So we will get a sign, a negative sign here, so minus T. And if you sum up all the forces, so net will be equal to 0. So By plus T sine theta minus T is equal to 0. Now we know T, we know sine theta, so we can easily find out By. So By will be equal to 1200 Newton. Okay, done. So we have now calculated all the internal forces acting on the system. Okay, now it's time to calculate external forces applied from the supports. Okay, so what external forces are acting at point A and C, that we will try to find out. Okay, for that we need a BD of the beam. Okay, so now let's draw a BD of this beam. Okay, so this is the beam, and how many forces, what forces are acting on this beam, that that is shown on the in this figure. Okay, so this is a hinge point A. This A point is a hinge support, right? So what type of reactions we get for hinge support? We get horizontal reaction and vertical reaction. Okay, so it is a usual notation that if the joint name is A, so we name the horizontal reaction as AX and vertical reaction as AY. Okay. For roller support, we get only vertical reaction. So it is a C point. So vertical reaction you can name as CY. Okay, CY. Now for B point, we can name the horizontal reaction as BX and vertical reaction as BY. And there is a self weight of beam, that is 1000 Newton, that you can apply. Next, this E point is subjected to a tension because of this 3000 Newton weight. So what magnitude of tension is acting at this E point? That is T. Okay, so T is acting at some inclination theta. So you can become means find its components along horizontal and vertical axis. So horizontal one is T cos theta, which is T sin theta. Now it's very simple to apply horizontal force balance and vertical force balance. So I hope that you can easily understand these equations, and also the calculations behind finding AX and AY and CY. Okay. So from horizontal force balance, we are getting this AX is equal to 0, and from vertical force balance, we are getting AY plus CY is equal to 4000 Newton. Okay, that means there are two unknowns in this equation. So we cannot calculate the values of AY, CY just from a single equation. So we need to apply moment balance here. Okay, moment balance. So about which point we have to apply the moment balance? So see, this is a hinge support and this is a roller support. And in the beginning, I had uh, said that whenever you find two types of support, one is hinge support and another one is roller support, then you have to apply the moment balance equation about the hinge support. Okay, so let's apply the moment balance about the hinge support, and this hinge support will give you the value of CY. Okay, how? Let's find. So if you apply moment balance about A, then what will happen about this point? That means you will get a moment because of this CY, and the moment value will be CY into 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2. That means 4 plus 2, 6. Okay, 6 into CY, right? So 6 into CY. Fine. Now let's see the nature of this moment. So this moment is acting in anti-clockwise. Okay, so let's consider anti-clockwise as negative moment. Okay, so it's your choice of considering anti-clockwise as negative or positive. It's absolutely your choice. Okay, so here I am considering anti-clockwise as negative. There is no problem if you take positive as well. Okay, fine. So we have now calculated the moment produced by this force CY, that is CY into 6. Now let's find out the moment produced by BY and BX. Okay, so BX is passing through this point A. So moment produced by this force will be 0 because there is no eccentricity of this force from the point A. Okay. So perpendicular distance from force Bx and point A is 0. So moment will be 0. Okay. But this By is acting at a perpendicular distance 2 meter. Okay. So you will get some moment from this force, and it is producing a clockwise moment, right? So because you are considering anti-clockwise as negative, so clockwise will be positive. So you will get By into 2 amount of moment. Perfect. Now let's understand this term. This term is denoting moment produced by this 1000 Newton force. Okay. So let's determine the perpendicular distance of this force from this point A. That is 2 plus 1. So 1000 into 3. In the same fashion, we can find out the moment produced by this force T sine theta. So this T sine theta is located at 4 meter from point A. Okay. So this T sine theta into 4. Similarly, T cos theta. So this T cos theta is acting over here, and it is producing anti-clockwise moment about point A. Okay. So you will get a negative sign here, and T cos theta into what is this perpendicular distance? So this T cos theta is acting at a distance of 1.5 meter from point A. Okay. So this is the, okay, fine. So I think you it is very clear to everyone that this perpendicular distance is 1.5 meters. So T cos theta into 1.5. So in this way, we can balance the moments acting on the beam. If you solve this equation, then you can easily find out Cy. So Cy will be equal to 1500 Newton. Now just put this Cy value in the previous equation of Ay and Cy, and you will get Ay is equal to 2500 Newton. So in this way, we can calculate all the external force applied by the supports. Next, let's solve another example. Here we are having two links, two rigid links. Okay, one is AB link and another one is BC link, and they are supported with the help of hinge support here, and there is a pin joint between these two links also. So in this way, you are getting the frame, and this frame is subjected to an external force P. Okay, and this P is acting at some angle from the link BC. So this angle you can find out from the statement of your question. So let's find where this angle is given. Right. So it is given here that draw a BD of whole system, each member separately, and pin at B. So in this question, you are asked to just draw FBD. Okay, so there is no need to determine the reaction forces or any angle. Just to FBD has to be drawn for different components. Okay, so it is asked here that you have to draw FBD for whole system, FBD for each member separately, and FBD of pin B. Okay, so how to draw FBD? Let's start with support C. So it is a pin support. That means we will get horizontal reaction and vertical reaction, isn't it? Clear? So here I have shown horizontal reaction. Next, let's show vertical reaction. But before showing the vertical reaction, it is our duty to balance this horizontal force. Okay, so whenever you are drawing a BD, then you can keep one thing in mind, that is whenever you apply some reaction force, try to balance that one first. Okay, So this is horizontal reaction force. So how to balance it? It will be balanced by, so see, this link BC, this link BC is in equilibrium because of this pin joint and this pin joint. So if you remove this pin joint, then this link will not be in equilibrium. That means this horizontal support, this horizontal reaction is being balanced by some horizontal reaction at point P, isn't it? That's why for a horizontal reaction C, we are getting a counter reaction at point B in order to maintain this BC link in equilibrium. Right? Now let's draw vertical reaction here. So how this vertical reaction will be balanced? Because of a counter reaction, vertical reaction at point B. So in this way, you will get reaction. Okay. So here you can see both reactions I have shown in same direction. Okay, which is logically incorrect, but in mathematics, it is our choice to decide the direction. If we have decided, or if we have assigned a wrong direction anywhere at any point, so we will get a negative sign corresponding to that. Okay, so there is no problem. But yes, the direction of this reaction is logically not correct. It would be more, it would be better if I had applied the reaction of this reaction vertically downward. But no problem. Once we solve it on the sheet, we will get a negative sign. So we can later on correct the direction. Okay, fine. So I think it is clear to everyone. So fine. We have applied reactions at point C and point B. Now what to do? So next, let's consider this pin joint A. So in the same fashion, so already we have understood that how we had applied reactions at point C. So in the same fashion, we can apply reactions at point A. So let's apply a horizontal reaction at point A. So to balance this horizontal reaction, we must apply a horizontal reaction at point B, because this AB link is being balanced by these two supports. One is this support at A and another support at point B. Okay, so if you apply some reaction at point A here, that means it has to be balanced by some reaction at point B. So let's apply a reaction here. Okay, fine. Next, you will get to one vertical reaction here. So let's apply vertical reaction here. And to balance this vertical reaction, you will get another vertical reaction at point B. So in this way, you can apply all the internal or external forces on any system, right? So once we know all the forces acting on the system, then we can easily draw a BD. Okay, so how to draw? So this is the ABD of whole system. So if you are drawing ABD of the whole system, then you will not draw the internal reactions. Keep in mind, in this ABD of whole system, I have not shown the internal forces. So this is the internal reactions. Okay, so that I will not show. These reactions are external reactions produced by the support, so that I have shown. Okay. So in this way, you will draw a BD of the system. You will not show the internal reactions. Keep in mind. Okay, fine. Now let's draw a BD of the link BC. Okay, so here I have shown the reactions on link BC by the black color arrow. Okay, so these are the black colored arrows that are acting on the link BC. Fine. So if you draw a BD of link BC, then you will get CY, CX, BY, BX, and these are the forces that I have already shown in the previous figure, right? And some external force P is acting, P is also acting on the link BC. Clear? Now you can easily draw the BD of link AB as well. So the reactions at link AB are shown with the help of red colored arrows. So you just draw, you just assign the red colored arrows on this link AB and you will get the FBD. Okay, so this is AX, AY, this is BY, and this one is BX. So done. Now your FBD of whole system we have already shown. Then FBD of each member separately we have shown in this figure. Next, we have to show the FBD of pin at B. Okay, a BD of pin at B. So how many reaction forces are acting at point B? 4 reactions are acting. So let's draw the BD. Okay. So this is the BD of point B. Okay. So you will get uh, some horizontal and vertical reactions because of link BC and horizontal and vertical reactions because of link AB. Okay. So BX BY and BX BY. Okay, done. Now let's solve another example. Okay, so as you can see in this figure, we are having how many links? So there is one link that is A, C, E, and another link is B, C, D, and there is another link that is D, E. So there are total 3 links, and they are means connected with the help of some pin joints at point D, point E, and point C. Okay, these are and point B as well. So these are 4 pin joints, and then there is a roller support. Okay, roller support over here. So this point you can means consider this whole support as a roller support. There is no need to consider this joint separately as pin joint. Obviously there is some pin, but this whole we can consider as a roller support, right? And this point A is denoting a pin joint. Okay, pin or hinge joint, right? So I hope you have understood this system. So I have yes, there is one external force also acting at this place, and this place is right above the point E. Okay, so from geometry you can easily find out this length, and this length is how much? It is just 100 meter. So this 480 external force is acting at 100 millimeter distance from point C. So, and remaining all the dimensions are given to you, so you can find out this angle or any angle. So our first job should be to draw free body diagram. Okay, so first let's create a free body diagram for the whole system or complete frame, and then solve for the support reactions. Okay, so as I mentioned in the previous example, that whenever we are drawing FBD for the whole system, then we will not show the internal forces. Okay, that means if we are drawing the FBD of whole system, then we will show this external force and external forces applied at this point A and at this point B. Only at this point, at these 3 points, we will show the forces. Okay. So this is our FBD, and it is very obvious that at the hinge joint we will get vertical reaction and horizontal reaction, and at roller support we will just get one reaction that is perpendicular to the perpendicular to the plane at which this roller is placed. Okay, so this is our reaction at point B. Okay, fine. And then this external force 480 is acting. Now if you want to solve it, then what you will do, you will apply vertical force balance and horizontal force balance, and then you will apply moment balance as well. So if you want to apply moment balance, then about which point you will take the moment. This is a roller support, this is external force, and this is a hinge support. And it is our thumb rule that if there are 2 supports, one is roller and hinge, then always we will select the hinge support to apply the moment balance equation. Okay, so in this way we will apply the moment balance about point A, and horizontal force balance and vertical force balance is very obvious, you can easily apply. So let's start with the vertical force balance, and let's first of all consider the positive direction. So let's consider the vertically upward direction as positive. Okay, so ay is acting vertically upward, so we are taking positive sign, and this 480 is acting vertically downward, so minus sign. So ay minus 480 is equal to 0. That will give you ay is equal to 480 Newton. Fine. Next, you can balance horizontal forces also. That will give you ax plus bx equals to 0. Okay, that we will write later on, but first of all let's apply the moment balance. Okay, so this moment balance about A will give you, so if you take moment about this point A, so only 2 forces will give moment. First one is B, so B will give anti-clockwise moment. Okay, and the magnitude of this moment will be force into perpendicular distance. So force is B and perpendicular distance is 160 millimeter, and then this 480 Newton force will produce a clockwise moment. So here we are considering anti-clockwise moment as positive. Okay, so anti-clockwise we are considering positive, that's why here B into 160 we are considering as positive, and 480 into 100 we are considering as negative. Okay, so this 480 is located at a distance of perpendicular distance of 100 millimeter. So 480 into 100 is equal to 0, and it will give you B is equal to 300 Newton. So we have found AY and B. Now if you apply horizontal force balance, so that will give you AX plus B is equal to 0. So B is 300, that means AX will be minus 300. Okay, that means whatever direction you have selected for AX is not logically correct. The correct direction of AX will be horizontally leftward. Okay. So these are the support reactions at point A and point B. Now you can determine all the internal reactions as well. So if you want to find internal reaction at this point C, then you can draw a BD of link BCD. So if you draw a BD of link BCD, then you will get this diagram. So at point B, we are getting a horizontal reaction that is 300 Newton magnitude, and this 480 is acting as a external force. And at point D, you can apply a force along this DE. Okay, So DFDE means you can decompose it in vertical and horizontal directions. But anyway, we are now in this diagram, we are considering a force just at angle alpha. Okay, fine. So this is the FBD, and now we have to determine the FDE and CY and CX. Okay, so here you can see that this FDE component we have decomposed into its horizontal and vertical directions. So now the question is that what to do. So obviously you can apply horizontal force balance and vertical force balance, but just horizontal and vertical force balance will not help you to solve this problem. You have to apply moment balance. Okay, so now it is it is tricky that about which point you take the moment balance. Okay, so if you take moment balance about this point C, then what will happen? You will get moment equation in terms of FDE, right? So the moment balance equation can easily give you the answer for FDE, because there is one unknown FDE. Okay, and with the help of one equation you can find out FDE, but before solving this FDE you must find out this angle alpha. So angle alpha you can find out by applying tan formula. So alpha is equal to tan inverse 80 by 150, that is 28.07 degree angle. So now let's apply moment about C. Moment about C. So we are considering clockwise moment as positive. Clockwise moment as positive. Okay. So clockwise we are considering positive moment. So this 300 Newton is applying a moment of 300 Newton into this perpendicular distance is 60 meters. So 300 into 60. And this external force 480 is producing a moment about this C point with magnitude 480 into 100. Clear? And this FDE, okay, FDE, its horizontal component is passing through this point C, so it will not produce any moment. Just a vertical component, that is FDE sine alpha, will produce some moment. So what will be the magnitude of moment produced by this FDE sine alpha? FDE sine alpha into this vertical, or sorry, this perpendicular distance. So this perpendicular distance is 100 plus 150, that is 250. So FDE sine alpha into 250 is equal to 0. If you solve this equation, then you can easily find out FDE. So FDE will be minus 561 Newton. Okay, that means you can just reverse the direction assigned on this FBD. So this direction that you have assigned on the FBD is not logically correct. So the correct direction will be opposite to the direction that you have shown on the FBD. Okay, fine. Now apply vertical force balance and horizontal force balance, and it will give you the CX and CY reaction. So CY will be equal to 26216 Newton and CX will be minus 795 Newton. Okay, so that's all for this today's lecture, and in tomorrow's or in the next lecture we will solve some more problems from the equilibrium of rigid body topics. So these are the problems that I will discuss in the next class. There are 3-4 questions, and then we will move to new concepts regarding loads. Okay, so we will in the coming lectures we will study about different types of loads, and Then we will also study types of beams depending on the support condition and loading condition. Okay. Then we will try to solve some problems based on the types of loads and beams. Okay. So there are so many concepts and problems we have to solve. So we will meet in the next lecture. Thank you.